This is the brand new Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires Willa doll made by Mattel. She is based off of one of the outfits that Willa wears in the movie, and she retails for about $25 depending on where you get her in the United States. I really love and adore Willa in the second Zombies movie, but I feel like she lost a lot of her edge in the third movie, and so she kind of became one of my least favorite characters, so I have high hopes that Chandler Kinney is going to bring it for Zombies 4, and Willa will be redeemed for me personally. On the lower corner of the doll's box, there's a picture of Willa and her name, Willa Lykensen, as well as the Mattel logo. And of course, the doll is visible throughout most sides of the packaging, and there is an invert to kind of make it look like fangs. I really love the back of this doll's box, along with all of the other Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires dolls. I just think the dawn setting in the forest is really pretty. Anyway, there's the Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires logo, Willa Lykensen, and here is a full-body image of Chandler Kinney as Willa in the outfit that the doll is based on. And of course, don't let her wicked smile fool you. No one is more devoted and selfless than this leader of the pack. Below that, there's a bunch of legal information, as well as the Mattel logo and a Mickey Mouse symbol. Of course, now it's time to unbox the Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires Willa doll, and she is stunning. This doll is really subtly gorgeous. I think that she's very, very pretty, and we'll get more into that later on. First off, she does come with two separate accessories. The first is her Moonstone necklace, which looks like it kind of got an upgrade, and she also has her belt. And what's cool about the belt is that the doll's pants actually do have belt loops, so you can put the belt on the doll and it'll look pretty realistic. I do actually appreciate that Mattel gave Willa more functional accessories, because the Addison doll's accessories weren't really that useful for me personally. But anyway, here is the Willa doll with her accessories on, and I will take a closer look at those later in the video. But before I do that, let's get into this doll's face. So she does have the iconic eyeshadow, the kind of orange, gold, and purple. She does also have the 3 tattoos on her face. However, they're really small, and if you look at a picture of Willa in this outfit, they're much more prominent and bigger. So I kind of wish they would have been bigger, but I guess it's at least something that we got them at all. Willa does have curly saran hair, and she does have part of it tied up in the back, and then the rest is just free-flowing, and there is a lot of it. And of course, she wouldn't be a werewolf without her signature white streak, so she does have that. And then she also has these two bangs that are supposed to frame her face. I don't think they translated very well to doll form. You could do some restyling with it to maybe make them look a little bit better, but I feel like they kind of get lost in the doll's hair. In comparison to the actress herself, the doll definitely has more voluminous hair, at least with this outfit on, but the doll still has the accurate hairstyle. Before I get into the doll's outfit, here's just a quick look at all of the bracelets and cuffs that she has. So she has one around her bicep, she has 2 on her wrist on one arm, then on the other arm she has another bracelet on her wrist, and she also has all of her tattoos painted onto her body. Now onto the main part, the doll's outfit. I have mixed feelings on it, which I will get into. For starters, she has this removable trench coat vest. It does have a really nice purple collar at the top, in addition to this faux fur collar as well. She also has faux pockets on the front, and then she also has fake buttons as well, which I like that added dimension to it. But then the rest of it is just this printed purple design. It looks fine, but it's not the best material. It's also not the worst material. It is pretty stiff. So like I said, not the best, but not the worst either. It is fully removable, and there is about a 1/4 slit in the back of it. So moving on to the rest of her outfit, here is a closer look at her Moonstone. I don't know if in the movie it changes, but for some reason the doll has a purple one now, which has some black painted detail on that. And then she has this really form-fitting tank top, which is in kind of an eggplant color. There is a metallic print design on it that looks like the forest, as well as some mountains and maybe a shooting star. Here is the doll's belt, which does fit through the 2 belt loops that are on the pants for the doll, and there is some nice sculpted leather work on the belt itself. Like with her trench coat, I have mixed feelings on these pants. She does have printed on zippers, as well as printed on slashes through the material. She also has faux pockets with some crescent moon designs on one side and more werewolf tribal symbols on the other side. And then she almost has this checkered pattern printed on as well. Just so many printed details on these pants. And again, not the worst, but also not the best. Here is a look at the back. There are no printed designs on the back of her tank top, but it is its own separate piece and is removable from the pants. Willa's brown boots have some really nice sculpted details on them. They have some buckles as well as some laces. Pretty basic, no painted details, but they do get the job done and they look all right. So like with the other Zombies 4 dolls, Willa has 11 points of articulation at the neck, both shoulders, both elbows, both wrists, both hips, and both knees. So that was the Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires Willa doll made by Mattel. I think she's okay. She's not my favorite, but she's so beautiful. I definitely think that out of all of the Zombies 4 dolls, this is the prettiest one. She is super gorgeous. If her outfit was higher quality, I think she would be a perfect doll. Anyway, let me know what you think of this doll in the comments below, and more importantly, don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and remember that you are a goddamn superstar. Peace!